Hello friends and welcome to this BarrPG, Bar plays through Dark Deity 2. It is a small indie produced, sort of lower budget tactical slash strategy role-playing game in the vein of your Fire Emblem. It has 4 difficulties: Mortal, Hero, Deity, and Demonic. We are going to be playing on Hero, just for this run. Hero's sort of the normal mode. Nothing too crazy. It has original and relaxed. Original is the normal difficulty with turn limits on. Relaxed is the difficulty with turn limits removed. You can either have rolled levels, which rolls every time you level up for every stat based on percentages, or linear will do it in a linear fashion. We're going to get into Chapter 1 here, so I will see you then.
Man, are you sure this is the right place?
You're the one with the map.
Yeah, the map didn't say anything about this many stairs.
This is the only ancient ruin around these parts. Besides, I recognize the stairway. This is definitely the place.
I know, I'm just griping.
These ruins aren't so ancient anyway. Sylvan, for sure. Can't be older than 100 years.
Yeesh. They really let this place go in record time, huh?
Hey kid, you're a local. Anything you can tell us about this place?
Well, just that there's not that many stairs left.
Alright, that's what I like to hear.
Other than that, not much. Before I marked it, it wasn't even on the map.
Well, somebody must have built it. I can only assume it wasn't the townsfolk.
Unless they did, and somebody wants it forgotten.
Forgotten? Why would somebody want that?
Uncomfortable secrets?
Powerful artifacts.
Ghosts!
Come on, Reardon, don't scare the kid.
There's no way you guys are old enough to be calling me kid.
Well, a little fear might do you all some good. We still don't know what we're dealing with here.
That's worrisome.
Worry less, buddy. If my house was at the bottom of this many stairs, I'd be jonesing to move out after 100 steps, let alone 100 years.
Speaking of, looks like we found the bottom.
Level ground. I almost forgot what it was like. Ooh, this place is roomy.
Just as amazing the second time around. You look unimpressed.
These two have let routine rob them of their sense of wonder.
So dramatic.
You see a lot of grand architecture in our line of work. It loses its luster eventually.
I can't even imagine. The Order of Eternals.
The adventure of a lifetime, twice weekly. When Dad lets us off the leash, that is.
Reardon?
Let him whine, Arthur. He's cranky today. Cassandra.
Yes, Gwen?
Keep watch by the stairway, all right? If you hear shouting, come find us.
Of course. What do I do if I spot something bad?
Start shouting so we can come find you.
Oh, that makes sense.
What do you think, Arthur? A shrine? Sacrificial altar?
No. A reliquary. Look there. Some kind of artifact.
Magical?
I think so.
Yes. I mean, can't you feel it?
No, I can't. You can?
Right. Guess I should come clean. I'm
An adept, right?
You can tell?
Well, you're certainly no mage. And having magical blood would explain how you found this place, but not why.
A mystery to ponder once we're outside. Let's bag this thing and get out of here.
He's not mad?
Alright, got it. We done here?
Not quite. I want to sweep the place, make sure it's clear. Don't want to leave anything that could threaten the town.
Yeah, I hear you. Gotta pick up all the stray pebbles, clear up any tripping hazards.
Reardon!
On my way. Hey, kid, can you hold this while we finish up?
I guess? Are you sure it's...
I told you to worry less. Now, stay put, yeah?
Right. Will do. I wonder. What do you mean by why? Could this be the reason... Hey, guys? It started glowing. Is that normal?
Black Abyss, I knew it was too easy. Reardon, cover the civilian.
Right. Arthur, any idea what these things are?
None, save bad news.
Well, we're trained to deal with bad news. Where's Cass?
Over here. I spotted something and heard shouting, but I didn't know if I should have shouted too.
You're here, so you did perfect. All right, let's move.
I can fight too.
Now's not the time to be playing hero, buddy.
You may have an adept's power, but power requires skill. We can't just...
We don't have time for this. Fight or hide, just don't die. Got it?
Got it! By the gods, he actually made it.
Not yet, we haven't. Come on, everyone. Up the stairs.
The stairs. The stairs. How could I forget about the stairs?
Really? That's what you're worried about?
Less talk, more stairs.
You made it! We were so worried!
We sure did.
Are you all right? I had considered coming down to help, but when the roof began to crumble...
So many stairs.
Stairs?
I hate to admit it, but he's actually right. The stairs really were the worst part.
Just once could the building wait until we're already outside to start collapsing.
I almost would have preferred the cave-in. At least they would have been over quicker.
Looks like they're all right to me, Alden.
Business as usual, just the way we like it. What about you, lad?
My heart's racing, but it's a good race, you know? Like
an adventurer. You should have seen him, Alden. He was on fire down there. Damn near putting me to shame.
Setting the bar real low.
Is that so? That's no easy feat, keeping up with members of the Order like that. You should be proud.
You really think so?
Alden's right. You did good work down there.
Quinn's one of our best and brightest. Also, between you and me, a bit of a hard ass. If she says you did good, then you did great.
Wow. I don't know what to say.
For now, you should say little and catch your breath. We still have to return to town before sunset, unless you'd like to be out here all night.
Arthur's right. While the problem is resolved, it is resolved, yes?
Of course. Did you ever doubt us?
Good, good. While the problem is resolved, the magic will no doubt linger.
Then let's head back. We've got warm beds and a hot meal waiting for us.
My two favorite things.
Like an adventure.
And with the opening out of the way, we are into stage 1. We have the win condition of escaping, which will be the glowing blue tiles up in the northwest corner. If we take too many turns or Gwyn dies, we lose. Gwyn is our lord of this game. If you know Fire Emblem games, she's the character that you cannot have die. Even though character death in this game is not permanent, if she is removed from the map, you lose. We also have secondary objectives, which is spend mana and get a sword rune, and then heal 40 HP and get 1,000 gold. We will be attempting to do all of the side objectives we can, as it gives us a lot of bonus stuff throughout the game, and most of them are pretty easy. The biggest difficulty we'll have on this one is spending 200 mana, because we can one-shot everything, and if we one-shot too much stuff on the enemy phase, which in later maps we want to do a lot of, we can't spend mana on our turn, which will make things a little bit more difficult. I am playing with a controller. That is a controller tutorial. We have our characters: Cassandra, Arthur, Gwen, Reardon, and Saxon. You notice they have the classes Shaman, Summoner, Vanguard, Hunter, and Adept. This actually makes a difference later on. It doesn't right now. We're level 1. We have no advanced classes. There are no class skills until level 5 and your first promotion. So we just have their innate abilities. All these characters will be with us into the late game. Reardon, maybe not so much once we recruit characters that can replace him. Other than that, Saxon is incredibly overpowered. Gwen is going to have a use that's maybe not conventional for what you assume a tank warrior is going to be. Arthur is just hands down the best magic damage dealer in the game. And Cassandra is a very good healer tank for most of the game. Enemies are going to be trance, rogues, and a bear, or 2. Treasure chests will give you goodies if you open them. There's going to be tiles later in the game that if you stand in them, you regenerate mana. Unlike most tactical games, there are abilities that can be used not in combat. Arthur right now has 1. He shoots magic bolts at things, and it deals, right now, very little damage. Later on in the game, it'll be dealing significantly more damage, and it's increased by mana spent over the entire chapter. The scaling on it, we'll see that when we actually get to a town screen. We'll be able to level up our abilities a little bit to customize them and to uncustomize them for a fee. Weapons in this game are interesting. The Dark Deity 2 does some things different than Dark Deity 1 does. Better, worse. Overall, it's probably a better game. It's a lot less buggy, but I think the first game does some things incredibly well. So for now, our back row characters, Reardon and Arthur. Weapons in this game also don't have a weapon distance or range tied to the weapon. It's tied to your class. So there are a couple characters that will use daggers at 1 range. There's a couple characters that can use the exact same daggers at 2 range. I think most swords that we can use are 1 range. Axes are mostly 1 range. Then there's focuses and staves, focuses and relics. Essentially the same things, just in 2 different weapon classes. For some reason, it probably didn't need to be done that way. Bows, half of the bow users use it at 2 range, and then the ones we'll be using most of the game use it at 1 and 2 range. Incredibly useful at 1 to 2.
It's time.
Different tiles do different things. Pillars plus 4 defense. Most floor tiles do nothing. There's impassable objects. Bushes give you dodge. These are the tiles we have to seize to win the chapter. We'll mostly be killing as much stuff as we can for the experience. And we'll get a later character that will give us gold every time she kills something. And we'll be taking advantage of that to kill as many things as possible when we don't want to feed levels to other characters. For now, we want to spend mana. Cassandra is the character with a heal ability. We'll be using that a couple times. As it stands, it looks like we have to use it 3. There are other ways to heal, but I don't think we have any of those yet.
I can do this.
You'll notice Saxon has enough speed that he's double attacking. I don't know the exact way it works in this game. We'll get to when we get to the town screen, we can look at some of these things. Saxon hits things with his fists. He is a monk. As with other games, if you double attack without a brave weapon, you attack first, the enemy counterattacks, then you get a follow-up attack. If you have a brave weapon, you get both of your attacks before the counterattack, and if you would normally double, you get to attack 4 times. That will come up later on. There are abilities that will let us do that.
I'll do it. Be gone.
That's what his spells look like. Some abilities, the ones that deal damage directly, I believe they're red, will use your turn. If Cassandra were to use a healing spell, she would then be able to attack. This will be great for characters who have more than one range, or when you position things next to each other. Early on, she'll be doing a lot of heal and wait.
If I have to.
You notice Reardon will one-shot this thing, so we need Gwen to come down here. Then Cassandra can heal, spends mana, and gets us points towards our objectives, which we can check here in case we ever need to. There's a couple times we'll need to. Notice we spent 85 of 200 mana and then healed 19 of 40.
If I have to.
Reardon will finish it off. Ally phase, we have no allies. Then the enemy phase. In most games like this, you want to do a lot of your killing on the enemy phase. Hit rates are not great early on. They'll get better. You'll notice that Arthur's ability now deals 21 damage, up from 17, because we spent mana.
I'll do it. Be gone.
It'll now deal even more next time, and Cassandra will heal. You get a lot less experience for using the overworld abilities. However, they can't be dodged if they're attacks, which is important if you have bad hit. I don't think anything has real bad hit in this game, and you can fix hit pretty easily in weapons when we get there.
Right.
If you hover over an enemy, you can see their movement in blue and attack in red ranges. If you select them, you can see their threat radius when you unselect them.
If I have to.
So we know if we move Arthur to any one of these squares, he can be attacked. If we move him to any of these squares, he can be attacked by somebody, as he has... or Reardon rather, as he has only 2 range and can't counterattack basically anything on this map. We don't want him to do that. I'm just going to have Gwen tank some things. Gwen's going to get kills.
That sounds not great.
Looks like this place is coming down around us.
And we're running out of time.
Reardon is the character on this team that we want to do the least amount of work possible. Everyone else getting experience is great. His stats kind of struggle. He's the least good of the starting units.
Alrighty.
Let's let loose.
Do note that healing counts even if you heal nothing. it still counts the amount that would have been healed towards your heal count. So we're not overly punished by killing things too efficiently. His Saxon's innate ability is called the Storm. It's an AE that can only deal a maximum damage towards each enemy. He'll get far better skills as he levels. Call the Storm will get some use to AE some packs down, or if he would normally kill something with his attacks, you can use it to chip damage to set up kills for other people.
Let's get it done.
Right now, though, he's just going to punch a tree to death.
Did y'all see that?
They're mine.
Lunar Reeve only has 2 range. Arthur can't really do a whole lot. He's just going to sit back. The mana system in this game, you regen 20 each turn. It's not a lot. You can't spam abilities endlessly, except for some characters. That actually finished off both of our achievements right there. Our objectives. So we got the 2 little notifications in the upper right that we achieved and obtained those items.
If I have to.
We don't want the enemy to stand in the bushes and get the dodge bonus. So we position where we're getting the terrain bonuses. Notice the thief can't actually damage her. The tree can, however.
Okie dokie.
We'll have Cassandra hit the tree.
Not bad.
Gwen will take out the dagger, the leader, the bandit. Should get a level up. Speed, defense, mastery, luck. That is decent. We'll go over the stats when we can get to a stat page. Saxon will finish off that leader. He'll get a level up. 2 HP, 1 might. Might is your physical damage. It doesn't stay on the screen. We will get a chance to look at it in a little bit. Enemies a lot of times won't move unless they can attack someone.
You sure?
Let's let loose. Hey, finders keepers, right?
Right.
Got an elixir that is a permanent stat bonus.
I'll see it done.
Let me help.
The bear can now attack Gwen, and Gwen can counterattack the bear. The alert, if you're standing there, you take damage. Right now it's only 5. Later on in the game, we'll see a lot of 20, and then we'll actually see things kill us a bunch. One interesting thing about abilities, if it's a physical damage ability, it can't shoot through impassable terrain. If it's magic, it can, or if it is incredibly long distance, it can. And because we used it so many times earlier, it has the guaranteed kill effect on it. Well, not guaranteed, but it's doing so much damage.
You sure?
We can get a little more XP
Yep.
in this chapter. Our goal is to seize. The level doesn't end until we stand on these tiles and seize it.
Yep.
So Cassandra
I'll protect you.
gets a healing touch off. And
It's time.
Gwen will seize. And that will end the chapter.
Well done, everyone. Let's
You actually made it.
Not yet, we haven't. Come on, everyone. Up the stairs.
The stairs. The stairs. How could I forget about the stairs?
Really? That's what you're worried about?
Less talk, more stairs.
You made it! We were so worried!
We sure did.
Are you all right? I had considered coming down to help, but when the roof began to crumble...
So many stairs.
Stairs?
I hate to admit it, but he's actually right. The stairs really were the worst part.
Just once could the building wait until we're already outside to start collapsing.
I almost would have preferred the cave-in. At least they would have been over quicker.
Looks like they're all right to me, Alden.
Business as usual, just the way we like it. What about you, lad?
My heart's racing, but it's a good race, you know? Like
Like an adventurer. You should have seen him, Alden. He was on fire down there. Damn near putting me to shame.
Setting the bar real low.
Is that so? That's no easy feat, keeping up with members of the Order like that. You should be proud.
You really think so?
Alden's right. You did good work down there.
Quinn's one of our best and brightest. Also, between you and me, a bit of a hard ass. If she says you did good, then you did great!
Wow. I don't know what to say.
For now, you should say little and catch your breath. We still have to return to town before sunset, unless you'd like to be out here all night.
Arthur's right. While the problem is resolved, it is resolved, yes?
Of course. Did you ever doubt us?
Good, good. While the problem is resolved, the magic will no doubt linger.
Then let's head back. We've got warm beds and a hot meal waiting for us.
My two favorite things.
Like an adventure.
Sheesh, Quinn, do you really gotta walk so fast?
You seem to be keeping up just fine.
Yeah, only because I'm going double time to catch up with you.
Or maybe you usually go half-time and you're just mad I'm making you work for it.
Ah, whatever. Never mind that, though. You're thinking what I'm thinking, right?
Reardon, I will never know what you're thinking.
I get the feeling you do.
All right. For a civilian, he's got a good head on his shoulders. Kept us cool in a fight, didn't slow us down. Plus, he clearly has the spirit.
Exactly! So
we can talk to Father about it.
Aw, you're no fun. It could be a surprise. Or a secret.
Unfortunately for you, your old man hates both.
That's because he's no fun either. Hey, Alden, you don't think maybe you could put in a good word for the kid? You know, grease a few palms.
Kid? He looks to be your age to me.
You know me. I'm an old soul.
Yeah, an old soul with a child's heart.
Sheesh, man. They really have to walk so fast?
They like being the vanguard. Besides, somebody has to pull up the rear.
Suits me fine. I enjoy the peace and quiet.
Oh. Should I shut up?
Never mind me, you're fine.
What do you think they're talking about up there?
Isn't it obvious? They're talking about you.
Me?
You're very interesting. I'd be talking about you too.
We already are.
Oh, yes, that's true.
But why? I'm just some guy.
Some guy calls on the Order to investigate an uncharted ruin, coinciding with reports of magical disturbances in the area. Then, we find out that guy is also an adept.
It's more than coincidence that you stumbled on that place. You were looking for it, weren't you?
Damn. You guys read me like a book.
Were you drawn to the place? Is that how you found it?
Nah, nothing like that. I guess I was just looking for an excuse to get out of town. I'm not the most popular guy.
Why not? You haven't got a rep we should know about, right?
No, just... People were blaming me for all the weird stuff going down. Strange lights, ghosts in the dark, distant voices. Even my folks joined in.
Why would they blame you? That sounds cruel.
I mean, it makes sense. I'm an adept after all.
And that means?
The way I hear it, Haven was founded by Eastern exiles. Adepts have an icy reputation overseas.
Some folks just can't let an old prejudice die.
Anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Arthur, look. It's Reardon. He seems...
Something's happened.
It's Haven. There's smoke on the horizon.
What?
A simple blaze or worse?
We don't know yet. But given all that's been going on lately, Quinn's assuming the worst.
What do you mean? What's the worst?
An invasion. They came from...
From Asberel! We knew it might come to this, but so soon?
I have to go help.
Hey, kid, hold on a sec. Wait up!
Come on, let's get after him.
Like abyss. Everything is burning!
What's the situation?
Lucky, if you can call it that. There were forces stationed nearby, so evacuation is already underway.
Evacuation? Then this is a losing battle.
A lost battle. I've been in enough spats to know defeat when I see it.
We have a plan, right?
Half of one. We muck in, get the townsfolk to safety, and then bolt. No time to get fancier than that.
Are you sure that's wise? We could end up trapped in the blaze.
My parents are in there! We have to do something!
Right. On your order, Gwyn.
No orders this time. Once we get in there, it'll be chaos. Just fight like hell, then run like hell.
Understood.
Sellsword, take your men to the north side of town. Secure a safe route for the Baron and his house. Tell them the Lords of Gritania sent you. And, be sure to mention my name. Yes?
Aye, aye, Lord Carlisle.
Now go! Accept no delay. Their survival is of paramount import.
All right, gents. We've got a whole lot of folks who need saving, and not much time to get it done. But when's that ever stopped a Southern Rider? Never! Exactly! Now let's roll out! Oh, and don't bother reinforcing the north. If the merchant lords and the mercs can't handle themselves, then that's their problem, not ours!
I don't get it. How are the merchant lords and the Southern Riders both here?
Are they not supposed to be?
Well, the merchant lords run Gritania, and the Southern Riders think nobody should run Gritania. For them both to be here is an exceptional circumstance. Though...
Uncle, you sound like you have more you want to say.
I do, but we want for time. We can discuss the details after the battle.
I'll hold you to that. Now let's get back to business.
Okay, Chapter 2. To win, we defeat the boss. He's the guy with the yellow/gold skull above his head. To lose, we run out of time or Gwyn is defeated. We have homes we get to evacuate, and we have blue abilities, which we'll easily use. That'll get us some gold. We also have 2 sets of allies. One to the west, one to the south. Allies are terrible, horrible, evil people who will steal a lot of our kills and take a lot of our experience. We don't want that. New to our party, we have Alden, who is the Arthur of the first game. He is a terrible character in this. He's going to partner up with Gwen later on in the game, and they're going to be sort of ridiculous together. But until then, he's going to not do much for the next few maps, except warp people around, because he is level 8, and we are level 2, level 1. And then we have Valeria. She turns into the best dodge tank in the game later on. Right now, she's going to be used to just be a distraction, and she has a heal, so she's going to be a backup healer for us. She also has the blue ability to add poison stacks, and she can give 4 speed, because she has a class. She's a Nightblade. Alden is a Scholar. His personal ability is to give weak and vulnerable stacks to things. This is okay on higher difficulty levels. Phase will teleport things. This is what he'll be doing most of the time. And then Ancient Writ, he reads from his tome, giving an ally mana. Eventually, this will cost him 40, and he'll give 80, and that will be... he'll spend every turn reading a book to Gwen. For now, he'll be getting us into and out of things. Here's a house, here's a house, here's a house, and here's a house. If we rescue all those, we get a ruby. That's used to create rings. Rings replaced artifacts in the equipment slot that does stuff for your characters. There's a few that are completely overpowered, and there's a bunch that are sort of mediocre, and then there's some that are just real bad. They take a resource that is not overly common. You get enough to make most of the things you want. You have to buy some. We'll get into that a lot more as we have more resources to make them with. We currently don't. Start off with some chip damage.
So powerful.
There is a friendship system. It works kind of weird. It's just okay for some freebies.
Sure. Did y'all see that?
Remind me not to get on your bad side.
Good call.
Notice Valeria can kill things pretty easily. We're mostly worried about her accidentally critting. We're going to use her to chip down some stuff so our characters can get easy kills. If she accidentally kills them, though, she takes the experience because she's level 5. It's not a whole lot of experience she'll get out of it.
The spirits favor me today.
Not great level ups.
Yes?
Use Gwen's ability to make sure that's a kill. Then we'll see if Arthur... Nope, Arthur can't get a kill there.
I'll do it.
So we'll use his ability to get the kill there. Again, you get significantly less experience for using those. Got might and defense on level up. We don't want to warp anyone in just yet. Ally phase, you'll notice the allies will attempt to kill all these things. And then the enemy phase, the enemies will attempt to kill the allies. Which means counterattack damage, which means sometimes they can die. We really don't want allies to kill anything. Every kill they take is a kill we don't get.
Let's let loose.
So send Reardon to kill a tree. Cassandra kills the little demon.
Let's move, people.
Don't overdo it now.
Alden will phase.
Be gone.
And Valeria, since she has nothing to heal, will save some villagers out of these houses. Player phase, we have one archer left. Who Saxon will double attack and kill. This will give up Reardon. He'll take a little bit of damage probably. He'll get the chip XP. And then Saxon will get the kill XP.
Part and parcel, huh?
Then we'll phase Cassandra over.
Don't overdo it now.
Let me help.
Should get a heal off. And up here, we don't want to drag the boss down, which means we don't want to stand past this crate. We have the side things to take care of first.
We need to move. I hope you find peace.
Keep it up.
Let Arthur kill the tree. And we'll let Gwen kill the NPC. And she'll get a needless crit. Crits, like in Fire Emblem, will give... And she'll get a perfect level up. Every might and speed level up Gwen gets is fantastic. Like the Game Boy Advanced Fire Emblem games, getting crits will give you double the damage and a cute little graphic. Their animations will change. Some of them will jump around, some of them will just hit harder. Reardon gets a terrible level up. And Cassandra will crit to kill. She has some of the cutest animations. She'll thwap her shield and then hit the thing, and then the next level she'll throw her shield and then smack it into the face of whatever she's aiming at.
Let's let loose.
We'll let Reardon get some chip damage.
Thanks for protecting me.
Give the kill to Saxon.
Am I getting it?
Who got a terrible level up.
Okie dokie. Let me help.
We'll get him healed. we stand there, fire will engulf us.
I'll do it.
She is the only one that can get this kill, though, without Alden wasting it. We do need the Brutal Strike, I believe. We do need the Brutal Strike. Arthur sort of stuck here by himself. These are some of the weakest enemy types, the little lunch plate throwers. Dogs are not a whole lot of fun.
Yes?
I'll see it done.
Let me catch you up.
We still just want to use Valeria to heal, not do very much. I will show you what using an ability and then attacking looks like. Later on we'll get skills that are buffs. Right now we just have to heal and then attack. Cassandra will take a bit of damage, but there's really nothing that can take advantage of that right now. Might, Mastery, Luck. Mastery is this thing that all your abilities scale off of. It's important to get that. Cassandra would like the defensive stats, though. Reardon can kill. Saxon can kill. Has 12 HP, so his ability to weaken things is not going to come in handy there. We can show off Reardon's ability. He has Command Wolf, which would do extra damage and remove defense. This is great against heavily armored things. He turns into a very, very good shred later on in the game. All of the hunter types have command of different pets innately. His is a wolf. Right now, it's going to do a couple extra damage. Later on, it'll do significant damage as the defense shred will matter. Defense can only go to 0, so shredding it below 0 doesn't really do anything. And he can get the kill anyway.
It didn't have to be this way.
Saxon will move up. And Alden is pretending he's doing anything useful. And I'm missing Gwen, who's on fire. Our allies, now that they have no one to attack, won't try to attack anything. Cassandra takes some damage, but nothing's in range to finish her off. The fire will spread as we go. Healing for 20-25 right now is basically a full heal on most characters, which is great. The skulls above things' head mean they are slightly better, and most of them will drop something. This guy has the feat that he cannot be doubled. So, even though his speed is only 3, if we throw a 9 speed Saxon up there, won't deal the extra damage. Won't get the extra attack. Arthur would be one-shotting him. We don't really want that, but we do want Arthur to get that kill. So we'll whiff with Cassandra.
Time to ride.
And that's what we didn't want to have happen. We don't want to accidentally crit when we're trying to feed kills.
I'll see it done.
You need me? I'm here, don't worry.
We'll phase Reardon over so he can take this house.
They're mine.
Arthur has 2 defense. You take 20. You can take those hits. One of the big strategies is knowing how to position your characters to where you can pull things in without pulling everything in. No might level up is a little bit sad. We always want might. We would love defense and fortitude every chance we get as well. There's no chests or anything over here, just another way up to this house. So we can send 2 characters that way.
Yep. Let me help.
Healing is the most important thing we can really do. You'll notice when you're out of mana, you can't really do anything. Give Arthur a kill. We'll give Saxon a kill. We want people to start hitting level 5 around the same time, preferably as soon as next map. That's when you get your first class. Or your first promotion, rather. Then your second one comes much later in the game. Arthur is doubling some of these trees, which means if they decide to hit him, he's going to get all of the enemy phase kills. There will be characters we definitely want doing that later on.
Stay away from my family.
We really don't want these crits, though. Like, he does need the experience, but...
Good call. You need me?
Moving it. Hold still for a moment.
Valeria will heal.
They're mine.
These 2 will move up.
Alrighty.
Cassandra will move up. And we'll see what we can pull. Gwen taking no damage from the dogs is interesting. Got a longbow for killing that one. That will get some use.
Not backing down.
And Saxon gets a crit.
Woo! Did y'all see that?
Kills a tree. And the swordsman goes away from him. I do like the fire and ice swords those guys wear.
I'll see it done.
Got a ruby for visiting all the houses.
Time to ride.
Okie dokie. Let me help.
I'm gonna heal off.
Moving it.
Good call. Sure thing.
Alden will phase Reardon up. Valeria moves up and assist. Arthur would have doubled her to death. Instead, he'll just crit. We'll send Alden over here to kill this guy if he's not going to die from the two much higher level allies over there. Put Cassandra on the front line.
Let's roll!
And he did. And Saxon will double.
Yes.
And that's a pretty good level. Wouldn't say no to speed, but his speed right now is very good.
I'll see it done.
You can put out fire by standing on it and clicking the put out. That will be something that the game will ask us to do later on. That will be a side objective on, I think, 3 different maps.
Let me patch you up.
Healing to have something to do.
Let's let loose.
These are not impassable terrain, by the way. They are just for defense.
Let's get it done.
If I have to. If I have to.
It's you or me.
Coming.
I'll see it done.
We'll position ourselves and hope we don't crit kill the boss before we crit kill this guy. The boss should also attack the same person. He won't. He'll go get not crit killed.
Okie dokie.
And we'll give Cassandra the kill.
Pulling my weight.
Right.
And up here we'll give Gwen this kill.
This one's mine.
Is this what I'm capable
And the stage is complete. And we get an emerald. And we save.
Right. That looks like just about everyone. Let's make tracks, people.
Wait. We can't just leave. We've been doing so well.
And if we stay a moment longer, we'll start doing a lot worse.
So you're just gonna let them win?
They already have won. If you want to stay and fight, the only help you'll be is saving your parents the trouble of a cremation.
But my home.
Saxon, I need you to trust me. This is not the end, but it will be if you stay. So please.
Damn it all.
We'll be back, Saxon. I promise.
Okay, so with Chapter 2 finished, we now have access to the overworld screen, where we can look at our inventory, look at our army, and look at the system. Navigation in here is kind of awful. The L and R1 buttons move the top selectors. The L and R2 buttons move the bottom selectors. Hitting left and right will move things on the screen you're on. If it's a screen that nothing can move on, nothing will happen. It's a little interesting and clunky, and I still haven't gotten used to it, and I played through a couple times. On our inventory screen, we can take a look at the equipment everyone's using, as well as weapon storage. We really only have two weapons in storage right now. You can see the stats of the currently equipped weapon at the bottom of the weapon panel. You see power, it'll do 7 damage. It has no bonus crit. It has 85 accuracy, and it weighs 1. Weight is part of the speed calculation. It's speed minus weight is your true speed. You notice Gwen has 8 speed. Her weapon has 1 weight. That gives her a true speed in the bottom right of 7. She has 10% crit. This weapon is not adding any. She has a 24 dodge. Her accuracy is 105. The accuracy of this weapon is 85. 20 is from stats. And her power is 15. 8 might plus 7 weapon power. When you click on the weapon in the center, lets you see what the other weapons are and their stats. This longsword has a base power of 10. No crit, 85 accuracy, and 2 weight, so it gains 3 damage, but it gains an extra weight. Every weapon has runes. You start off with just 4, power, accuracy, weight, and crit. As the game goes on, and as you get new weapons that aren't just the starter weapons, there's a much bigger range of runes. Some of them are fantastic. Some of them are questionable. Accuracy sorta doesn't matter as much in this version of the game as it did in the first, on anything but the highest level difficulty. And the highest level difficulty is essentially just you against thousands of things. It's not the most fun time. I think that is one spot this game has a little bit of trouble, is that its hardest difficulty is even more of a slog than the first game. And the hardest difficulty on the first game, it was just not fun to let's play, because we had like hour-long stages where it was kill everything on the map, and there were just hundreds of things on the map. So weapons, Reardon can upgrade to a longbow. Similarly, it has plus 2 power, it has plus 5 accuracy, and plus 1 weight. Reardon, not known for speed. The longbow is a big upgrade. Gwen, yeah, the longsword is better, and it does give, as you see, access to a lot more runes. If we worried about the weight, we can give it slim. That'll put her speed back to 8. Dealing extra damage to magic enemies is okay depending on the map. Adding 10% of HP to unit power caps at 5, so not the best thing in the world. Vicious, 20 crit but loses accuracy and power. That is great if you want a crit build. There are some weapons that do crit builds very well. Tactician, every debuff on an enemy increases damage by 2. This would be great if debuffs were not dependent on other characters most of the time. You can give your healers, when they get 2 ranged weapons, things that say, like when this hits, it gives poison and weakness, and they can soften things up, and then your damage dealers can kill them. Usually, just much better to give at the start of the game power on 1 rune, and then the other slot either weight if you really want them to double, or crit. You notice Reardon, the short bow, We don't have runes, so we can't actually look at it. We don't have runes for anything else right now. We can see that our characters: dagger, axe, bow, sword, relic, focus, relic. Focuses and relics could probably be the same thing. They'd be used by the same characters anyway. Rings. Notice we only have a couple things to make rings, and there's a lot of options for rings. Some of these materials are very rare. You won't get more than a few. Some of these rings are incredibly good. We will, for instance, use the Sacred Ring to some effect. The Hurricane Ring is very... Like most games, movement is great. This game, there's a lot of ways to get around movement, and a lot of times the people moving forward are going to be your dodge or non-dodge tanks, and having movement on damage dealers just doesn't do much. Like, this is the one game where it's like, boots! Who needs boots? Kills grant 1 power stacking for the chapter. That can have you speed and dex -2, defense and fortitude +4. That's an okay middle game ring to get a lot of the amethysts. Companion ring. Pet commands use 10 less mana. There's a character that will use this on, and she'll essentially get a spammable do 80 damage and get 300 gold. And that'll make this ring worth it. Equalizing hit rate with foes, not so great. Take less damage and deal more damage to magical enemies. The characters that's best to use on aren't really doing a lot of damage to magical enemies anyway, because they have 1 range. Healing an ally gives them plus might. There's also one for plus accuracy. Those have their uses on your healers. Every death on the map heals a wearer for 2 HP is not very good. Abilities gain effect. That's one of the, like, well, I have the gems. What can I make with it? And those need onyx, and onyx you'd rather do other things with. Gaining additional XP, that is pointless. Losing all mastery, that is terrible. Mastery is what powers all of your skills. Essentially, this says I'm not using any ability that does anything other than auto attack, and instead I'm going to get a third of that as damage not taken. If you have a tank that really, really just wants to stand there and get hit, that's fine, but player phase is very important in this game. You tend to want to use your player phase to use abilities to set up your enemy phases. Dauntless Ring gives defense and fortitude for every enemy within 2 tiles. Usually that should be 1, and then it'll die. If it's on a character that actually wants to be surrounded by things, that's not really a thing that happens. Gain fort equal to half of weapon rate. Weapons don't really have that much weight. Cannot take more than 40% HP in 1 hit. That is actually kind of pointless, unless you're doing really silly things with it, and there's just much better things to do. Inferno Ring, that's going to go on one of our casters for their 2nd promotion, and it'll never come off. Usually that's Alden's Ring. Gain accuracy when no bonded allies are within 2 tiles. Defeating an enemy restores 20% of max HP. That goes on your Berserker tank and never comes off. We don't have him yet. Gain additional bond XP. It's kind of useless unless you really care about your bonds. Doubles the effect of distance and size ability upgrades. I haven't used it yet. It is useful on some of your casters who you want doing things. The real problem is it just affects one ability, and there's a lot of people have things that do that one ability better. Adjacent allies gain 3 power. A lot less good than it sounds. Cleaving, single target damage spells cleave and do damage equal to the things next to them, equal to 50%. Surprisingly, not a lot of chance to cleave things. Most of the time they don't stand adjacent to each other. Spending mana on abilities grants 1 power for the entire chapter. That goes on Arthur, as Arthur just wanders around the board. It gives him extra power in combat. It's also good on a couple other characters if you don't want Arthur to ever be in combat and just spam his mana abilities. That can go on a character that can do self-buffs. They essentially buff themselves, get an extra power, buff themselves, get an extra power. You can put that on one of your dodge tanks, and it's good. You can put that on your crit tank, and it's good. No longer gain mana each turn, but start with 250 mana. That is plus 150. It's hard to find a character that's good for unless they have a pocket Alden, or the map is designed to take 4 or 5 turns. It does mean you can use abilities on your first 3 to 4 turns, where usually you'd have to take either the 3rd turn off if it costs a lot, or the 4th turn off if it costs a little bit less. Healing an ally gives them accuracy for a turn. You can stuff that on healers, and it's okay. 10% chance to deal an additional 50% damage. It's only good on one chapter. Other than that, you definitely want to do the math around not having that kick in. Then it kicks in, and you're just like, well, I wasted all of that. And gain 1 HP per achieved bond level. I don't know why you'd ever use that. It costs 3 sapphires. Sapphires are the rarest and get used in things you actually want to use. Okay, from there, elixirs. Those are stat boosts, permanent stat boosts. Valeria is going to be getting all of our defense elixirs. She's eventually going to be our dodge tank. No one else really needs defense. She wants to not die instantly if something hits her. There's a couple of ranged enemies that have incredibly high accuracy, and they will murder her to death. Then in the shop, you can buy the essences. Those are 4 ability upgrades. We have none yet. If we look at Valera's, we see we can either increase the mana cost and healing of her first aid. It can increase the scaling, so going from 12 plus 100% mastery to 12 plus 140% mastery. We can reduce the mana cost by 10, and then we can have another increase the healing mastery by 40%. The upgrades you use depend on the upgrades you take depend on what you want to use the different abilities for. Like here, allowing the ability to be self-casted to give her 4 speed for a turn, and then +1 to give her +1 duration to give her +4 speed for 2 turns, doesn't sound all that great until you look at some class abilities, which we'll get to in a second. Bonds, you'll see the bar fill as you raise the bond level. The game doesn't give you a good indicator of what bonds are or how they work. You just know that at D, B, and S you get conversations. At C and A you just get gold. Along with the conversations comes a gem, depending on the characters. Some of those gems are real good. It's worth keeping them nearby. If you really care about it, we're not going to really care about it. class trees. Tier 2, level 5. Tier 3 at level 25. We don't have them all filled in. In fact, right now we only have 2. Valera is a Nightblade. That means that she gets apply 4 heavy poison stacks and then grant an ally 4 speed for 1 turn as class skills. She also has a passive that her dodge is increased for 2 turns after using an ability, which is why you want to give her a self-cast ability so she can use it and get that 20 free dodge. If she were a Seeker, should have the ability to increase accuracy and then to enchant a weapon. The increased accuracy would be self-castable. Seeker's good for a lot of the tier 3 classes just because of the passive attack supply for heavy vuln stacks, and then it gives you the double self buff option. Enchant weapon is a little bit overrated. As a dodge tank, you'd want Shadow Step. Devoted, crit plus 8 per status effect on target really does nothing. Spinning Blade gives you a self-cast ability to apply light block, and then bleed on a target. That is sort of not good for the second tier. The Nightblade second tier wants Shadow Step, the Seeker's second tier, and everyone really wants the attacks applying vulnerable. And then the Gallant, drop a banner on an adjacent tile, increasing power for all allies. It's okay. Shove a unit. Sounds great, but you'll never really use shove, especially when it costs mana. Damage plus 5 against enemies above 50% hit points. It and the Seeker passive actually compete for being decent with each other in tier 3, depending on what you want to do. Casters, Scholar. Oh boy. Scholar is tough. You're using it because you want to have Ancient Writ and Mana Phase. When you use mana, it raises your Fortitude, which is your magic defense. Okay. Aegises sound fun, you're never going to use them. They're a sword-using one-range mage. Why you would ever want a one-range mage is sort of beyond me. Mages, the biggest advantage in these kind of games is having the 1-2 or 1-2 more than 1 range. Being locked into 1 range is second worst, only behind being locked to 2 range, which is far worse. Warlocks, they have Hellfire. It's a nuke. This is an okay class. Attacking a poison enemy heals for damage done. Okay. It's not great. Poison is pretty easy to apply. There's one character who makes pretty good use of this. And then Geomancer. Star Surge. Summon an ally from 6 tiles away, dealing damage. It yanks characters out. That 6 scales really high, where Scholars teleport someone somewhere else doesn't scale very well off mastery. Geomancer's yank does. You can yank people from, by the end of the game, 13 to 14 tiles away. That will have some tactical uses. It also gives them a heal at 3 range. It's not a great heal, but it's a heal. If the character has an innate that deals damage, there's really no reason not to take Geomancer. Note that when you tier up to tier 3, you can find whatever in tier 2 works best, class change to that to get the passives, and then go into tier 3. Maybe not the greatest thing ever, but they're definitely going to be doing that for a few classes. Then you can go to view units and see what they do. Alden, you'll notice, deals 2 extra damage for each status effect on an enemy. That's his innate passive. His innate skill is Aura Wave. Valeria, plus 15 power when at full HP, and her innate skill is First Aid. She definitely wants to dodge. She doesn't want to be hit. Saxon heals for 15% of max HP when using mana, which means you definitely want to give him a skill other than Call the Storm that he can use. Cassandra restores 10 mana when something within 2 tiles of her dies. Reardon increases weapon stats by 20%. Arthur generates mana 25% faster. This lets him nuke a little bit more often. Then Gwen, killing an enemy gives her light block equal to 20% of her max HP, max 15. If she wasn't your lord, and if her being in any sort of danger wasn't a very bad thing, that's actually a very good tank ability. Essentially, she could be your counter tank. You could let stuff run up to her. She kills it. She gets 15 block for the next thing. Makes it easier to kill. The problem is we're going to get a character that does that a lot better. And we want Gwen sitting nowhere near combat. And that should be it for this mess of a section. The shop, you can also buy runes. We're not going to care about those just yet. They are a bit expensive. You can buy weapons. You can only buy the tier 1 weapons. There's really no point in doing that because every character is going to come with a tier 1 or better weapon. It's really only good if you respec them into a weapon you don't have, and that won't be too much of an issue because we're going to start getting characters. And once you're... it really won't matter. Let's just put it that way. We're going to save, and we're going to go into the next chapter.
Did everyone make it to safety?
Looks that way to me.
Let's not count ourselves safe until we're certain. Valeria, Cassandra, can we count on you to scout the area?
Leave it to us, Gwen.
I have to go find my parents. I didn't see them in the fighting, and...
You don't have to explain yourself. Go find your folks.
Right.
We're lucky we had reinforcements. What I'm wondering is why they're here. How they got here before us.
Doesn't matter to us. We should head back to Caliban, report to Father, and...
Are you crazy? We can't leave now. These people need our help.
And we can't offer that help without the support of the Order.
While normally I would advise we confer with the Grand Master, we may not be given that luxury.
Perhaps you're right. Still...
we should at least talk to the local leaders before we depart.
I agree. Come on, let's get this over with.
And that is precisely why we cannot get involved.
You and your chosen are housing our wounded. You're already involved.
We are as forbidden from inflicting harm as we are obliged to believe it.
If I may interrupt, we've come on behalf of Grandmaster Irving.
Ah, Alden. That must make you two the Soldarin children, then. I can see the resemblance. And who's this one?
Arthur. Arthur Sildarin. We're all family here.
We pulled on his ears one too many times. I mean, how are we to know he'd stay that way?
I see. Well, I am Reverend Enid. This is Lord Carlisle, and...
And I'm Commander Aaron. It's lucky you were here to help. You did a brave thing back there.
Honestly, we thought we were the lucky ones. We didn't expect reinforcements.
Did the Grandmaster not inform you of his plans? How curious.
We are indeed aware of the plan. Gwen is merely thankful.
We were?
just play along.
Don't be too thankful. Could be the attack only happened because the Lord was paid enough.
Coin is not our master. We are its. Our only loyalty as this nation's rulers is to Gritania.
Your only loyalty, your Gritania. Her people should be free to govern themselves without masters to pull their strings.
Our people are free, precisely because of our efforts to keep them that way. Do you truly believe they prefer your personal brand of anarchy?
If not anarchy, then perhaps he intends to trade your strings for his chains, subjecting our people to martial law?
Ha! Come on now, don't accuse me of both. You have to pick one or the other. And the people know that what you label anarchy is what they call liberation.
They seem friendly.
Shush, Reardon.
Surely these concerns are but trifles compared to the threat of Asvarel, no?
Aye, true enough that. I don't get it though. Asvarel's been posturing along the border for some time now, but to invade?
This is no invasion, I fear. Their force is too small, and somebody would have sounded the alarm. But if not an invasion, then what?
Perhaps the commander's paranoia contains a kernel of truth. The timing of this attack may be no coincidence. If they knew we would be gathered in Haven, that might explain how quickly they moved.
If that's the case, then you can't stay here. They'll be looking for you.
Then we shall return to the Tri-Towns, where our defenses are strongest. The death of even a single lord is an unacceptable risk.
The righties will take care of the refugees while the lords sit on their hands. We can't just sit around and chew the fat now.
Then the Chosen and I will be returning to Eazen's Hope with the wounded. If Asvarel threatens the border, it is our duty to negotiate peace.
Well, that was productive.
Ah, politics.
I have a bad feeling about this. I hope Cass and Val are doing all right.
It's quiet. No birds, no critters, no nothing. They must be spooked.
Of course they are. This is their home, and it's being hurt. Anyone would be afraid. Like Saxon.
Despite how they treated him?
Even a bat home's a home.
Hey, you're Britannian too, aren't you?
Oh, I guess so.
Then shouldn't you be scared? This used to be your home too.
Hmm? I am scared.
Right.
What about you? You grew up in Asvarel.
I did, but that was so long ago I barely remember. Besides, the Order's my home now.
It's all our home. But it's okay to be sad about the places that used to be home.
Whatever Asvarel is today, it's not the country I grew up in. That old home, it's lost to me.
That's very sad.
Yes, it is. Wait, look there!
There's a lot. Too many.
They're heading further past the border. We have to warn the others. Come on, Cass!
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we saw.
Well, that confirms our suspicions. They're aiming to eliminate the Gritanian leadership.
Split up like they are now, it'll be a slaughter.
Then we've got to do something.
Not a chance. There's only 6 of us.
7. 7 of us. If you're gonna fight, I'm there.
We're not getting involved. It's a direct violation of the tenets of the Order. We're sworn not to get involved in these kinds of conflicts. We're already straining that oath as is.
It's too dangerous. I can't allow it.
Gwyn, I agree with Reardon.
What's going on here, Alden?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Father's plan, perhaps?
I believe the Grand Master would urge you to intervene, yes.
You're hiding something from us. But we'll have to act fast if we're gonna do this.
Fine. We still can't be in 3 places at once.
Then we must choose one place to be.
Whomever we save, we have to be prepared for them to be the only survivors.
The riders are with the refugees, and they're willing to fight back.
Your family's with them too. You've got to help them. But if the lords are lost, the power vacuum could shake Britannia to its core. Theirs is a prosperous and stable Britannia.
Losing their church would be no better. Besides, the Chosen are non-combatants and are carrying wounded. They can't fight back.
Or won't.
The Chosen, too, are sworn not to interfere in these matters. Their tenets are the most closely aligned with our own.
Okay, so for this next part, we get to choose between the 3 different factions. They have slightly different rewards. Each one gives a different elixir, each one gives a different upgrade piece, each one gives a different weapon. And then you get either 3 ability upgrade pieces or 5,000 gold. None of these is fantastic. The scimitar is the best weapon out of the 3. Amethysts are a little bit more common. The onyx are rare. The axe is good. The fortitude elixir is magic defense. The jeweled wand, I think, is the worst item. The HP elixir is not great. 5,000 gold. Gold's easy to come by. Then the essences. If I knew we weren't going to be moving Gwen off of swords, we would definitely go Southern Riders. I've done that in most of my playthroughs. We're going to go Eisen's Chosen. Not being able to change this decision just means we won't be able to get the other rewards once we pick it. We're just going to pick it though.
The Chosen are helpless without us. It'll be a hard fight, but they need our help the most.
But what about...
Relax, Saxon. The riders can keep them safe. I hope.
Come on, let's go. Reverend Enid, we come bearing news.
Ah, children of Sildarin. To what am I owed the pleasure?
Asvarel is in pursuit and will be here soon. We must stand and fight.
I should have known. My people are not killers, Sildarin. We will not fight unless we must.
No need. We came here to protect you.
You against them all. You are brave indeed. In that case, while we cannot fight, I will stay and heal your wounds while the others escape. Faithful of Isen, the specter of Asvarel comes for us. And so I bid you, fly now. Barricade yourselves within the Bastion of Hope. And should I fail here, carry my light unto Isen. Now go!
Okay, had we picked either of the other factions, we just have their NPCs instead of these ones. The Chosen give us a lot of priests, which is good. The Riders, which is the easy one to take, actually gives us Aaron, who attempts to solo one entire side of the map by himself. Our side objectives here: kill 25 things. A lot easier when none of these guys will be hitting stuff back. Our allies won't be stealing kills from us. Visit both camps. We have the northeast camp and the southwest camp. Ease defensive terrain means get in battles while standing on defensive terrain. And then to win, we have to go 8 turns without Enid dying. There are 2 bridges to the top and 1 staircase going down. We'll have to protect all these for a couple turns, and then we're going to take these camps, and hopefully we can make it down here and get this elixir speed. He's not going to move until we get in range, and 8 turns is a little bit tight on the turn limit. We also have a dagger rune, a crystal essence, a relic staff, a relic rune, and that looks, and a flame essence to steal. The resiliencies plus magic defense, attacking gives poison, allies gain power. That's not going to matter because we're going to pull things away from him. They're going to walk away, they're going to die, then he's going to come in, he's going to die. Attack supply snare, that will reduce movement. The one we really don't want is killing these things apply stun. That one's just awful. But we have our 7 characters. We can reposition them if we want. We're going to. Right now we have 4 frontliners, 3 backliners. That's going to change in a little while. We'll get into the fight. If we had more than 10 characters, this is where we would swap them out. Every map in this game has a maximum of 10. Unless it has a maximum lower than that, which occurs only until you get 10 characters. Or on some of the special maps we'll see later that are not part of the main game. We also don't want Gwyn to die. That is a loss condition. We really want all the rewards. Empowered enemies, we've seen a few of those. Here's what happens. More likely to have loot, not always. They're tougher to kill. Take care to read their empowerments. Really don't have to do that most of the time. We are going to start one-shotting a lot of things.
Don't get in my way.
That is
I'll
a
need all the strength I can
pretty good Gwen level up.
They're mine.
We still don't want to use some of these characters unless we have to. They are still much higher level. We also didn't want to run the risk of one-shotting this guy with Arthur's ability.
Yep.
Because we still want to spread out experience a bit.
Rest easy now.
When we hit level 5, we won't care as much if characters start carrying levels. At the moment, though, it is not a great thing.
Time to ride.
The one downside of attacking down is that we can't exactly see who's getting hit by stuff without moving the screen, and we can't move the screen. I don't believe that would hit both characters. However, Saxon does double. And we're going to make sure he doesn't die on the enemy phase. Alden's going to come hang out. Notice that stuff usually isn't alive enough to aura wave And right now we have...
You need me?
I guess...
I'm here, don't worry.
we can have some fun with phase. The Chosen will actually attack. They just won't do anything. The Riders will actually kill steal from us, especially Aaron, if Aaron decides to get in range of stuff. Here's Saxon not counterattacking.
If I have to.
Don't get in my way. Let's put it to good use.
Gwen is a very good unit.
Time to ride.
That's what Call the Storm can do.
Be gone.
The reason we were able to use that is because this guy is dead enough that Cassandra can kill him. So we're not wasting turns.
Today.
Defensive stats are fine for her.
Oh, me? Let me patch you
Make
up.
sure Saxon can double. Although there's 2 casters down there, so he's not going to do a ton. Alden, still level 8. His problem is he's level 8 with level 2 or 3 stats. He has some problems catching up later on in the game. He really is just a utility bot. The good thing is utility bots are valuable. So the NPCs will prioritize allies on some of these maps if they can. So notice things rushing past you to kill our yellow units. Unfortunately, they don't say, I'm a yellow unit. To show off Command Wolf, it's actually not going to show off the wolf unless we miss, and we can't miss.
It's time.
Moving Gwen up.
Be gone.
Killing some more stuff with magic.
Let's get it done.
Saxon one-shotting, not just one-rounding.
Yes.
Gain some more might. Dex, defense, fortitude. It's a great level up. Valeria can start actually doing things now. She will dodge a lot. She will always dodge a lot. We have 12 things to kill. We've used defensive terrain 4 times, and we have 2 camps to visit, but we're close to one, and we'll be at the other one in another turn. There are no enemies getting through.
You need me?
Alden will hang back just in case. Cassandra will be doing this most of the game. Stuff will wander up to her, they'll hit her sometimes, and then she'll hit them back.
Victory!
The biggest downside is that she is our healer, and you can't self-target heals. And she does not have a passive that will heal her when she heals other people, like your best cleric tank did in the first version of this game.
I got this. Hold still for a moment.
Applying first aid. And attacking a wizard. See, the experience gain she gets is very low. Saxon similarly doesn't get a whole lot of XP. She does not need to use her ability. What we do want to make sure we do is use defensive terrain.
They're mine. We should study this later.
As we run out of enemies, the defensive terrain becomes more and more important. That is one camp down.
My will made manifest.
Thankfully, stuff's going after Arthur. And there's a kill steal. Here's some spawned in enemies.
I'll protect you.
You sure?
I'll see it done.
In any case, hopefully stuff comes up to attack us. I think it's funny stuff's going after Arthur instead of attacking Gwen at 2 range where she can't counter, but we'll take it. Saxon, a very needless crit.
Time to ride.
We should. Oh, we can't. Thinking we should be able to get her across here, but that wouldn't really do us too much good.
Don't overdo it now.
Definitely want to use the defensive terrain just to make sure we finish that off.
If I have to. Wrong place, wrong
Go ahead and crit
Guess
this little halberdier. Get an action out of it. Hopefully they heal Cassandra. Hopefully this priest heals Cassandra.
Let's move, people.
Try to draw some more guys north. I guess that's why. Can't damage her. Gwen might be too good this playthrough to do the weird fun Gwen tricks.
That'll have to do.
Never mind. Not after that level up. We are going to get some tier 2 classes after this battle. We should get this boss. I think we have one more turn. And even if we didn't,
Let's put it to good use. This one's mine. I always win. Let's put it to good
Gwen
use.
being a little bit sassy. Okay, this is turn 8. Anything that doesn't die this turn, doesn't die.
Hold still for a moment.
We are horribly out of position to kill anything. At least up here.
Let me help.
Because I forgot there were spawns on the last turn. Cassandra's just gonna miss level 5.
Let's move, people. Don't get in my way. Let's put it to good use.
We need to move.
Arthur not gonna have anything to kill. As long as Arthur doesn't die, we're fine.
Well done, everyone.
And there we go.
Let's keep rolling.
The Gwen VP, her damage was incredible. It didn't take much damage. Fought 12 times, killed 10 things. Other units had better combat to kill ratios, but she did definitely the most damage. So we save, and we'll watch the video to end chapter 3, and that'll be it.
I can scarcely believe it. We've survived.
Are you all right?
I am. But battle is such a terrible, terrible thing. Do you truly find peace in a life filled with such violence?
We don't find peace. We make it.
The Order doesn't fight for personal gain. We fight on behalf of Varroa and all her people.
Is that so? Izan teaches that the blade cuts both ways. That to kill is to kill, regardless of intent. Is it worth staining your very soul to save another's?
Perhaps this is a question we can ask ourselves when the fighting is over.
What do you mean? It is over.
Not yet, it's not. With this victory, their forces are diminished and spread too thin. We can use this momentum to push right through and retake the territory they claimed.
You mean liberate Haven on the same day they took it?
You would do this for a land that isn't even yours?
It's like I said. Varroa is our home. We would die for it.
Your words ring true. I may not have your warrior's heart, but I will confer with the Chosen and grant you what few boons we can offer.
Gwen, we made it. You can unclench your jaw now.
It's not over until we're back in Caliban. I don't know if I made the right choice.
Who's to say? But you're no use to anybody like this. Just breathe.
All we can do is hope we're doing what's best. It's too late to turn back now.
That's precisely why I can't lose focus. I made the decision, so what happens next is on me.
But Gwen...
That's enough! I appreciate the concern, Reardon. I do. But...
Okay. Just take care of yourself, alright?
I will. But only once the fighting's done. Now gather your things, we're headed for Haven.
Okay, that is the end of Chapter 3. I will catch y'all next time for Chapter 4.